Super Mario Galaxy 2 is good. Yeah, this is the 3D platformer and Bowser has abducted Peach again. Most levels are filled with stars to collect. Despite this being a direct sequel, it was constantly keeping it fresh and I really got a sense of deja vu. There were some great references and even level remakes from older Mario titles which were great to see in play. All the levels in this game were an absolute joy and were constantly bringing a smile to my face, and I couldn't wait to see what was next. Gameplay is near identical to the first game, for better or worse. Mario controls amazingly 99% of the time. The drawback is he occasionally gets stuck running around in a circle while on small planet levels. I will say it did happen less than in the first game. Speaking of which, just like the first game, this one uses gyro to collect and interact with stuff on screen using a pointer. For some reason, the tracking was worse in this entry. I had to recalibrate the gyro what felt like every 2 seconds, which was quite annoying, but it's easily calibrated with the press of a single button, so it's not the end of the world. The game strikes a near perfect balance when it comes to difficulty. The game often requires you to use advanced techniques such as long jump, triple jump and backflips. I appreciate the challenge, especially in the post-game levels. But with lots of checkpoints and the game constantly giving out 1-ups, you should never run out of lives. Once you complete the game, there's lots of challenge levels to complete with speedruns, enemy takedowns, races, etc. Due to the way the levels menu is set out, I much prefer completing the extra levels than the last game. This is because you can access them all from one area rather than having to go in and out of different observatories. This means going for 100% is a much smoother experience. Peach getting abducted again is a little repetitive. The game story, like the previous entry, is told via a storybook. I didn't connect with it as much this time, but it was a nice addition. The game looks perfectly fine graphically, with the frame rate staying at a locked 60 FPS, but on one level, where it threw more enemies on screen than it could handle. The soundtrack is incredible. While there's lots of remixes and remasters of original tracks, it felt much more varied and I loved it throughout. That was Super Mario Galaxy 2 and I give it an 8 out of 10.